Capri friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Virginia and today I'm really excited to share with you a project that I made as a member of the design team of Fantasia di Carta, which is an Italian online shop of scrapbooking supplies. So I wanted to create an autumn layout about the cute and fun squirrels who live in the shared garden of my building. They are very lovely and they sometimes come and visit us on our balcony, so we leave them walnuts and stuff. So I sometimes take pictures of them and they're so cute, so I wanted to create an autumn layout with these pictures. I started from a beautiful cut file representing a tree, and you saw me tracing the outline, its outline on a white cardstock. And now I'm going to color the background, smashing some paint directly on it. I'm using beautiful shimmery colors by Shimmer's Paints and the packaging technique, as you can see. And my idea is basically to create 3 areas of different colors where the foliage of the tree is going to go. So we'll have green on the left, blue on the top, and yellow, orange, pinkish on the right side. I'm mixing and matching inklings and cream mixed paints to kind of paints from Shimmer's, which I love, and I diluted them with some water and then smashing directly on the cardstock, mixing them, of course, first on the plastic piece. This is why we call them plastic technique, packaging technique. So I should warn you that I should probably have prepared the paper with gesso. But anyway, the paper didn't warp too much, and I'm happy with the look I got, so it's fine. Anyway, do not forget that if you don't use gesso, the paint will quickly soak through the paper, and you will not be able to move the colors. It means that you have to be very mindful of what you are doing, because then it will be very hard to change it afterwards. Anyway, as I said, I'm fine with the result I got, and it's okay. As you can see, I'm also using a paper roll to absorb some excess of paint. If you act very quickly, you can still remove a bit of paint. And I'm also adding some gold paint, as you can see now, to have some additional shimmer and light point. Some more splashes, and I will show you in a moment how shimmery these colors are. So this is why I love them. Look them in the light. So now I want to do some stitching, and as you can see, I'm poking holes in the cardstock along the outline that I have traced before. You saw me. And I normally make the holes roughly ½ centimeter apart, which in inches is about 3/60, less than 1/4 of an inch anyway. But I'm just eyeballing it, as you can see, so it is not going to be very precise, but I don't care, it's fine, it's handmade. So now I'm going to stitch the whole outline of the tree using simple back stitching and embroidery floss. I'm going to echo the color distribution and the color palette which I created with the shimmers. So in other words, I will stitch the trunk, you see me now doing this, the trunk in brown, the bottom part of the tree in particular. While I will then use green embroidery floss on the left, blue and light blue on the top part, and on the right I will have yellow, peach and pinkish one. Here it is, you can see, it's beautiful. And off camera, I also painted the trunk inside the stitching with gold shimmery paint to make it stand out more, because I noticed that with the other colors it was a bit confused. And for the same reason, I also decided to apply the string art technique to fill the trunk and the branches with strings or embroidery forces, so it really pop up the page. And this is what I'm doing. Down again, I will use the same color scheme and the same embroidery flows I used to stitch the outline of the tree. It will take some time, you need to be patient, but I think the result is very beautiful and is worth the time you spend on it. And I also like to do it, I have to say. You will see the final results later, because first I will show you the work I will do on the leaves, to prepare the leaves for my tree. In just a second. Here it is. I'm using chipboard leaves by Tommy Art. It's an Italian brand, and I'm painting them with these shimmery pastes, which are called Perla Cream, and they are by Tommy Design as well. As you can see, I'm using my plastic, it's called palette knife, to spread the paste on the leaves, and I will leave them, let them dry. In the meanwhile, I've also cut out a lot of leaves, paper leaves, from various pattern papers, mainly from the Forever Fall collection by Simple Story. And I have arranged them all around the branches and the tree to create the foliage. And I have matched the colors of the background, so everything is more or less matching. You can see I've also already adhered the big chipboard leaves that you saw me painting. I have also a green one on the left side. And I'm gluing down, now I'm gluing down the purple leaves using some adhesive foam to give them some dimension, and again to make them pop up the page. And as you can see, I used some various pattern paper. Before finishing to glue down the leaves, now I need to include my picture. Here you see my cute little friends, the squirrels. So I'm making the picture with deep blue cardstock, and you will see in a second that I will also add more layers using the pattern paper from which I previously cut out the leaves. So I also have the same patterns, the same colors also around the pictures. I love these cute squirrels. I love squirrels in general, but these live really in the garden, so I can observe them, see what they do. And to do two of them, those who who really live in the trees in front of my balcony, I even give them names after the characters of Walt Disney. In Italian names are chip and chop, so these are their names. So now, as you see, I'm adhering the pictures, and I will also glue down the last paper leaves, which are located there around. Now I also cut out, again with my silhouette, some clouds on white cardstock, and I wanted them white because my idea is to create on the top part more texture, more interest, but at the same time I don't want them I don't want to make the top part too busy. I already have a lot going on the page. I've also added a beautiful squirrel, which I fussy cut from some paper in my stash, and a few die cuts of the Forever Fall collection by Simple Stories. And now I'm working on my title. For it I'm using thickers foam letters. These are deep blue, greyish letters from the Twilight collection by American Crafts. And I'm using the Mighty Ruler to help me create the words before putting them on the page. And I also use a cut file to add this hello, so my title will be Hello Good Friends. Off camera I also added some colorful rhinestones in a couple of places. So now my layout is done. You will see, I hope, in the pictures how shimmery it is. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. If you like my videos, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I will be also very happy to read your comments and reply to your questions. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. Bye bye and stay crafty, friends.